Hello and most welcome to Alexander Technique 15. We will today focus on stopping. I got the idea while doing constructive rest. And one of the most important points in Alexander Technique is learn how to stop. So in constructive rest I said, first have the idea of doing something, but don't do anything. That is to have an intention of doing something, but refraining from actually doing it. And this might sound easy, but it's a very hard thing. We are so accustomed to strive into action, but for the primary control to do its trick, we need to be able to refrain, because we are habituated in bringing our head back like this. This is what we do. So we are habituated to do that. So we need to learn how to stop a habit of a lifetime. And this is the habit.
So it's the stress reaction.
Yeah, it's the stress reaction. Of course, if you have stress, if I do like this, it is of course okay. Or if you are become surprised by something or something happens, but this the habituated reaction, which is bad when it doesn't have a purpose. Actually, it becomes permanent. These are the frozen shoulders. This is going back and downwards like this. It's exaggerated. To come out of that takes that you become aware of your condition things, betingade saker, that you jump into action preemptively. And we were going to try, I'm going to tell you to do things and see if you can refrain from doing them immediately. So I tell you something, you don't do anything directly, you do it after, when you decide yourself. We want you to be an individual that make your own decision. Go away from determinism. Determinism is actually not an idea in the head, as Wittgenstein is showing. It's a way of life. You are actually determined. There is no possibility of understanding anything else, because you quite literally, as Benjamin Libet has proven, we are determined. So you can stand in front of the chair in a...
monkey.
Yeah. The monkey is an excellent way of trying out how to stop. And you can stand shoulder-wise. No, you were supposed to refrain from doing what I said. We start again. So this is going to be the drill. You can stand shoulder-wise whenever. So you get the intention in your head, and when you think, oh, now I want to do it myself, you do it. Let's see if we can do the same miracles we did some other time when we did this quite late. This is of course not the best of ambient things. It looks like a bomb shelter. But let's do the best of it. How are you feeling, Kalle? Are you feeling tired?
It's okay. Fine.
Yeah, look at that. I learned how to do it. Yes. Wow. Can you feel it?
Yes.
Wow. This is not that. We make a nod. And so this is not an exercise in bending the neck in different ways or turning it. It's learning how to stop to do this. And you can imagine if you do that on a habitual basis, that will cause damage to the whole back. And the neck region is maybe the most sensitive balance we have in the whole body system. It's very sensitive. But we can have great help if you can flex the knees whenever you feel like doing it. Let's see here, yes. Yes. Put your hands on the chair. So the idea with this movement is, can I move his hand without he doing any interfering? The interfering is this conditioned, that for instance when you see the chair you immediately put your hands on it. I'll put one hand there. Oh, it's a rather low chair. So the same thing happens when we sit in front of the computer. We get drawn in and we automatically put our head down and back in order to accommodate for the computer. The computer should accommodate for us, not we for it. It's a dead thing. We do not have to accommodate for it. We change it for our pleasure. And in this way we can redeem the human want, the free will. Yes, look at that. So you are opening up here. I can imagine if you don't start moving your shoulders as you have done now, you would have gotten frozen shoulders. A very painful condition. So you are coming alive again. Lengthening, that is very good. Widening over the shoulders. Relaxing into this position. And think of that smile or laughter behind your eyes. Because your eyes are exactly behind the end of your skull. So then you will put your smile in the very precise position where it should be easing up. And what I feel when I can get into that is an immense joy in my whole system. It's the joy of moving again. It's freedom. It's very far from this ordinary way of being. Painful, torturous almost. So we want you to be a happy duck rabbit. Being both at the same time. So bring in what's above you and what's behind you. Very good, very good. So you did that on your own accord, and maybe you can try to do the bend a bit by yourself. I don't. There you have it. Very good. You see, you can bend your hip there, yes. Not in your waist, which is here. You bend where the articulation or the joint is. That is the place where you should bend it. If you don't bend it that way, you could end up having a hip operation, which is very common today. I think 30% of people above the age of 70 suffering hip problems. I don't know how many of these cases are affected by using the hip the wrong way. I think the absolute majority. And if you want to do an asana, a yoga exercise or a yoga movement, you should control the hip. Otherwise you will cause damage to yourself. The same goes for the shoulder blades, because they're participating. When you are standing, for instance, in the position in Surya Namaskar, your whole weight are depending on the shoulders. You're standing on your arms. So open up, widen, think width, breadth, spaciousness. Let the space come in. This is looking pretty good. And do also remember, this is Surya Namaskar, but remember that the head leads, so you don't have to keep your head fixed in this position. You can, let's see here, when you go down like this, you can let the head follow the back. You don't point with your head like a clock. So this is where you should clock. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. 6 o'clock, that's enough. Do you get it?
Yes.
Very good. This is looking excellent. Do you feel any tiredness here in this?
No, but in hips, yes.
In your hips?
Now here.
Ah. That's in the muscles. That's quite all right. Take you up. You can go up yourself. Widen, lengthen. So, very, very good. Very good. Very good. I was thinking to take the hands off, but they came off by themselves. So, when you move this in Chandra, think directionality in this way. Even if you're going back, the direction should be that way.
Okay.
It's a way of understanding directions. So even if you go in the other way, the direction should be in that way. It's always lengthening. And that is one of the mistakes we do. We shorten when we don't have to. We never need to shorten. Muscular activity is lengthening, always lengthening. And one could say that the directions are there to counter the idea of shortening. So you think width, breadth, all that, that gives a smile on your face as well. Yeah, it's good, it's very good. I think actually that photo you have, that makes me happy. It's a nice smiling person and you have angels around him. It's an illustration of the mood you should have. And the sky here, openness, it's not bad. I think it was a lucky chance you brought it today. Don't wash that t-shirt in more than 30 degrees, so you can keep it. So I'm going to tell you to do Surya Namaskar, but as I said before, put the intention in your head, and when you think you want to do it, you do it. And put in 4 stops somewhere in the series. clock.
Like this.
Have the intention of pointing. Very good. Very good. You can stop a little bit longer when you do that stop. There's an actual possibility of feeling in. Looking very good. Yeah, put a little stop there. Let's see if you can widen even a bit more here. I think there's. Do you feel there's room here for widening?
Yes.
And lengthening as well. And do keep this nice, yeah, smooth, easy. Think about the smile and that direction, yeah. No need to exert any extra power. Please continue whenever, da 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 da, dee 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 dee, da 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 da. Yeah. Think the head as the extension of, yeah, you can keep it like that, extending the back with the head. And lengthen. You have more, you can widen even more here. Yeah, very good. No need to do anything, just think it. Widen, very good. This is excellent. And also, I sort of think, yeah, if you can have some flexibility there. You need, yeah, very good. So you don't lock the elbows. And continue to widen also with the chest, not only the back. That will bring in the shoulders into the working to participate. You go up, up, up.
Okej, det är last upp. Och 3. Det kan gå.
And do actually stop for a second or two and don't do nothing, zero. That's the challenge. Maybe the biggest challenges of all, don't do anything for a second or two.
Surya Namaskar.
So widen. No need to do anything, just think it like an easy thought. What's around you, take it in and imagine even more space around you. The more you can put space in, the more you ease up, the more widening you can get. And you can never get too much space. You think beyond the wall, beyond the walls, out into the Milky Way, far and beyond. Looking much better. Let's have a see here. You think of a little drop going through the ridge of your nose, and then you get this nicer. Very good it looks. Yeah, look at that one. Very good it looks. Yoda. Yoda entered. A little smile here. Yeah. Lengthening, that's good. That's good. Very good. I can take you into monkey without a chair this time. Just flex your knees a little bit. And when you go down slower, slower, no hurry. You lengthen at the same time. So even when you go down, you lengthen. And your head can go like this. But no need to overstretch it. Now you're much more balanced than you were before. So look out what happens when you sit in front of the computer. You accustom your body to disbalance. Mental and physical disbalance. And I call that overreaching or trying too hard by excluding. I would say exclusion is it's a mindset. It's a mindset of thinking that by excluding I can understand or be present or get it. So it's easy for me to move the arm without interference. Just think of being happy here back and the ridge of the nose. Yeah, that's great. And we get the shoulder playing again. I think these shoulders haven't been participating for maybe 2 decades. Now they're coming into action again. And you look wider now. So your physique is coming into much better. And when you do the Surya Namaskar, the most important is to have this nice head balance. So you easily can nod, but you can also say no. And what you say no to is to conditionally react to things around you. Like a computer, and I would say even text. And when we read, we do it in a logocentric way. It's, so to speak, being too quick, wanting to understand it before it reaches you. I think Ian McGilchrist calls that grasping. You tense up and you want it before it's there. You get overly serious and you do like this. I want this. This is every school children in school today. I think this is isn't this odd?
Really serious.
How did that happen?
Humor.
And humorlessness in the Meistersinger von Lieberg. It's an odd coincidence. I think that's the second odd coincidence in this room. It's a book about Bayreuth. Very interesting. How does that even happen? You're looking good. I take you out to that. That was great. I'm just gonna tap you on the head, so whenever you want to go up, you go up, and then you don't have to do it anymore. Very nice. You stopped. You didn't go into action directly. That was your intention that you decided to do. That is one of the kernel points, the zest of Alexander technique. Learning how to decide for yourself. Determinism is not an ideology, it's a way of actually being determined. Because if I snap my finger, people will jump, and those people do not have free will anymore. They are a bit like spratteldocka, whatever that is in English. One of those dolls.
Sicilian dolls.
Come on?
Sicilian dolls.
Sicilian dolls, you pull a string.
Puppet dogs.
Puppet on a string. Puppeteered dolls. This is what we are. So we need to, we have the opportunity, I would say, to be something more. And we can still do all the things that we want. We don't have to give anything up. We can use the mouse in a healthy way. We can walk in a healthy way that doesn't damage our bodily part, our ligaments, our articulations, our precious back. We have only one. By sitting in this mood, crouched like this, you do big damage to your back. That will end up in problem in the end. There's no doubt about that. Congestion, you cannot breathe. It affects the mental attitude, less energetic, it's more depressed. But open up and you have a whole world of difference. Things start to looking almighty bright again. That was the message for today. Thank you very much, Kalle Lundahl, for participating. Love that beautiful depiction of Senor Pio.
Padre Pio. The saint depicted in a Hollywood movie last year by LeBeouf.
LeBeouf, okay. Thank you very much for the movie tip as well. Bye bye, everybody. Thank you very much for watching in. Cheers.